That's what happened to the exploration team.
Tianlu Traders will continue to fulfill its responsibility as long as it exists. I can't believe you and the Aether Gazer visitors were there when it happened. I think it's time you came clean with me, Manto. How much has the Astral Engine's field actually weakened?
Beyond the 5 Isles by 30%. Beyond the Old Town by 50%.
That much? And I thought I was being pessimistic. That rock bed was half the size of Yujing.
50 years ago, the rock bed wouldn't have been torn apart like that.
It's terrible news, but I'm not all that surprised. How's it going with the Hetero Core?
Meng Zheng won't stop until he's succeeded.
Yeah, but people need answers now. Everyone was already fired up about what happened last night.
I'm sorry for the trouble this is causing you.
What trouble? But things are different now, Manto. Very different. When it comes to the Astral Engine, you're the only person anyone will listen to. I'm traveling back to Yujing, but I've heard about what's been happening at the Quad. We should meet with everyone and reassure them.
Ling Guang, we're going out.
Wait, Chief. There are Korg people out there, as well as civilians. Qianbing is keeping watch outside. It'll be all right.
Just a discussion. We don't need to call in the big guns.
But... fine.
As for you two, the Quad and Tianlu Traders are eternally grateful for all the help you've given us. Port Carp is about to get very busy. I'd advise you return to Einsof sooner rather than later.
Huh? Chief.
Have you said anything to them?
Just told them to wait for you. They know the rules.
Good.
Chief Gongchen and our Aether Gazer friends. It's nice to see you again.
There are so many people here, Admin. Do you think we should wait?
Are you leaving on business?
You know full well that everyone is here for the same thing.
Fine by me. The Quad has been responsible for managing the Astral Engine for decades now, all without incident. We don't know exactly how the Astral Engine works, nor do we know exactly what's wrong with it now, but something of this importance needs an explanation. We don't want to hear about theories and what-ifs. We want solid answers. Can the Astral Engine and Cloud Song ore be repaired, or are we at risk of experiencing a second Cloud Song crisis?
The quad... We need time to stabilize the astral engine. And the quad cannot guarantee that we will succeed.
Cannot guarantee? What are the chances of success?
Everything's been fine for decades. Why are things suddenly going wrong now?
Chief Gongshen, should we evacuate?
The astral engine is still running, and the quad has given you its honest answer. What more do you want? And let's not forget everything the quad has done for Shuhong over the years.
That's enough, Khunum.
I came out here to find a solution, not waste time on meaningless speculation. Do you have any other information that's worth telling us?
No. But there is something else I want to say to you all. When the quad was first established, they faced a similar situation to the one we face now. The land was cracking and cities were tumbling. Everyone gathered here and asked, will this disaster ever end? But we did not promise anything for the future, because we were not able to. What we could do, and what we still can do, is to try. So now, like in the past, I cannot give you answers. All we can promise is that the quad was created to serve the people, and we will never forget that. The quad will exist for as long as Shuhong does.
Chief Hunam, you're not from Shuhong either, are you?
I'm from Kemet.
Ah, I've heard of that Sapphire Zone, but I've never been there. Are you taking the photon rail back home too?
That's actually part of my job. You guys already have a photon rail pass. Why didn't you leave this morning? Oh, really?
I know the admin and I are technically outsiders, but it still sounds weird to call us that. Wait, how do you know the quad is short-staffed?
Korg has been working closely with the quad for some time now. What did you help them with? Don't you have the same feeling as well?
Mr. Hunam, I must say I was in awe when I saw you quiet down the crowd back there. I always thought you were against Miss Gungchen and Miss Luliang. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
We have different points of view, that is all. There's no bad blood between us.
So what's your mission? Do you also believe the quad is incapable of fixing the astral engine?
What I think makes no difference. We all have our own job to do. Gongshen and Lu Liang were born in Shuheng, and they want to keep it going until the very end, even if it means watching their homeland burn. I can understand it, but I cannot agree to it. The modifiers were created by Gaia. If they want to try and resist its inherent flaws, the only thing they can rely on is courage, nothing else.
Created by Gaia? Sure, even though that's the case, that's not what we go around thinking. Mr. Hunam, do you feel like you're one of Gaia's creations?
Me? Something's come up. Will you be able to get to the port on your own?
Is he really leaving just like that? Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about what he said. If Odin agrees... Think about it. We helped retrieve the Heterocore, so we should stay to make sure it actually works, right? And Mr. Hunam said the quad are short-staffed. I'd personally like to see this thing out, even if one extra person only makes a little difference. And what if the Sapphire Zone actually is destroyed?
Really? You want to stay longer? It's been half an hour since the news reports of a giant floating rock in Shuheng. And it's been 9 hours since I ordered the two of you to return to Einsof. I sent you there to take a vacation. And now you're telling me you want to stay even longer.
We're sorry, Miss Odin, but I feel like this is something I need to do.
Something you need to do. You've only been in Shuheng a few days, and you're already starting to sound like Gengchen. Okay, I'll stop joking around. It was only a matter of time before you'd start thinking for yourself.
Oh, so you mean...
But I do not want to hear any stories of you two running off to capture the cognizant Visbane by yourselves. Your tourist visas will have expired by now, so you'll have to say you're journalists. If anything happens in Shuheng while you're there, especially involving the Quad and Korg, I want to know about it. And I want to know about it as soon as it happens. Understood?
Ready to...
Don't forget my... Where's the teapot? I need a drink of warm water.
Hang on, the water's...
Oh! Ugh, I forgot you drink your tea scalding hot. Is Lingguang not here?
We're short-staffed, so everyone has a lot on their plates at the moment. How's the situation on the ground?
Word about the rock bed has gotten out. The real problem is that other small hills and mounds are also beginning to come loose.
I'm going down to the ground myself if Yu Jing's existence were at stake.
Huh? You're not thinking of doing what you did before the astral engine was built, are you?
Then we'll just have to wait for Meng Zheng.
No, absolutely not. You're worrying too much.
Particle cannons? Who's in charge of them?
Hunam, of course. You know how much authority he has. Korg sure isn't taking any chances this time. Still, they're helping us. That supplies team you came across this morning isn't the only one that ran into trouble.
Was it Visbane's? Or the Cloud Song ore?
Probably both. Around 70% of our people have been sent to retrieve our teams and assets down there. I'll check on them when they all get back. And I guess you don't need me to tell you about the Cloud Song ore? Oh, and the AGI mechas. I guess that's all. Anyways, they do say bad things tend to come in threes.
It feels like someone is conspiring against us.
Who says they're not? Too bad there are so many mountains and rivers in the source layer out there. If Gremory is determined to avoid detection, there are plenty of hiding places to choose from. There's so much to deal with. There wasn't anyone available to run this errand for me, and I didn't dare trust it to the drones. The photo frame is delicate and quite old.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. The Mount Jindu has been cleaned up.
Meng Zheng says he doesn't need it. I might send it to Shuofeng Isle.
All right. That's enough chit-chatting. I should be getting back. Oh, yeah, will Korg be sending anyone else to help us? And the astral engine is the key to that.
I'll go and ask Meng Zheng.
Jianbing?
Chief, are we going to use it now?
There's no rush, but our people need a deadline.
Time. Indeed.
It's fine if you can't give one.
No. The heterocore itself shouldn't be a problem. Before the astral engine was built, Drew once told me that we may just need a medium that can solve the problem of computing power overload. Back then, the medium only existed in theory. It's hard to imagine something like that, right?
Zheming told me about this. If you've got something to say, just say it.
If there is more time.
And?
I found a research log before we took the heterocore from Drew's workshop. Chief, do you still have it?
Should we report the situation here to Odin? Hey, does this count as the Quad's movement?
What are you still doing here?
No. We just wanted to stay behind to help.
Something tells me this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. But it's true that we're short-staffed at the moment.
Now that all the teams are coming back, what are you off to do?
To investigate some things that can't be entrusted to anyone else. I don't think the boss is free at the moment. You can head to the Quad and have a cup of tea first.
Probably both.
The chief and the boss?
Too bad there are so many mountains and rivers in the source layer out there. If Gremory is determined to avoid detection, there are plenty of hiding places to choose from.
Huh. Scared, huh? Maybe you should hide better. If you move, you'll leave traces. These scratches and crystal dust. An AGI mecha? Huh. What an outdated triple arm. What's this now? AGI mechas. The ones that attacked Ling Yu in the old town. Not doing a good job of keeping a low profile, are you? It's rude not to greet your guest, you know.
What's going on? Someone's here. Quick, you lumps of scrap metal! Go and check! Damn it. Gotta get out of here. Jianbing?
Wow, you know me? But I don't know you.
You're not the one I was waiting for.
Oh, are you expecting company? I think it's time you start answering my questions.
What do you want to know?
Don't make me ask a second time.
Ah!
Forget it. You're so weak I don't care who you are. Why don't you tell me where your master is instead?
Well, you think you're so strong, don't you? Let me tell you, without your chief, Shu Hong would be nothing but maggots. Ah!
Your hat's crooked. A loyal dog must always consider his master's reputation. Of course, you can think about how much pain you're willing to take for your master later.
What do you want from me?
Gremory, the one who rescued her. What have you got planned?
Who's Gremory? Ah!
My patience has limits. I'll give you one more chance.
If I tell you, do you promise not to kill me?
I'd at least give you a clean death.
Then we have nothing to discuss. I don't plan on dying here today.
Impressive. I didn't know a head could grow back once it'd been cut off.
First in Amorphes, and now again! You're bound to pay sooner or later for damaging my foundations!
Blah, blah, blah.
You might be strong, but you're alone! I'll be interested in seeing how many waves of Visbanes it'll take for you to die!
Break.
Wealth aplenty!
How's that?
Time to show you my...
Chief, let me give you a hand.
Appreciated.
Rise!
Oh yeah!
Now,
Stay calm.
take it easy.
At the very heart of
Slow down.
emptiness.
Life and death flow in
Stay
a circle.
close.
Ashes
Enemy
to
ahead.
ashes,
Watch out.
Dust to dust.
Let's go.
Take it easy. Hut!
To prosper
Slow
or
down.
to perish.
Just can't play dead. Wealth aplenty!
Let's go.
Rise,
Many
wind
thanks.
and flames.
How's that?
There. Hey,
Take that!
Let's go. How's that? Stay calm at the very
yeah.
heart of emptiness.
Not bad at all.
hut!
Let's go.
Now. Too many
Keep going.
openings.
All obstacles have their solution.
How cheaply you value the lives of your fellow creatures. Your tactics are so lowbrow, I can't even enjoy the battle.
You should be thinking more about how to get out of this alive. This little gift wasn't even meant for you. But if you willingly throw yourself headfirst into a trap, who am I to stop you?
It is a gift indeed, and I'm already thinking of what I can give you in return. My longest battle so far lasted for 7 days. How long are you planning on this one?
What a nut.
If you don't have the guts, you might as well just run away now.
Stubborn to the end.
Fan of big scenes, aren't you?
However many days and nights this lasts, I hope you enjoy it! Not sure if I'll be able to mimic again. I can't take that risk. There's always someone who shows up to ruin my plans. It's almost time. It's almost time. The winners in the end will be us. Will be me.
Chief Gungchen, the last lot of researchers and station staff from the Ocean Observatory have just arrived in the Old Town.
Excellent. Thank you for your hard work. Lu Liang and Ling Guang has spoken very highly of you two.
The admin did most of the hard work.
Photon Rail will be sending its first train to Einsof and New Hansa this afternoon. Are you two planning on going back? Yes. It still needs time. I see. Ling Guang will arrange your schedules.
Understood. We'll stand down until then. Wen and Shu Hung.
hope everything goes to plan. Except,
Ta-da! The good fortune skewers from the old buys. It's been ages since I've had time to go and line up for them.
yes, thanks. Did you only get the extra spicy ones?
Of course not. You're done with work for now, yeah? Shall we go find somewhere to sit? Shall we go to Port Carp this afternoon?
It's better if I don't show.
Why not? Even though you keep things to yourself all the time. Forget about it. Anyways,
Ling Guang's going. And the two from Aether Gazer.
are they really going to stay?
Everyone in Aether Gazer is a bit like Odin in one way or another.
You mean, once they've set their mind to something, there's nothing you can say to stop them?
Sounds like you know Odin pretty well.
Not well enough. But I do know a lot of people from Aether Gazer. And if there's one thing they all share in common, it's the one I mentioned. If there's no more business to be done in Shuhang, Tianlu traders will have to leave too. It pains me. If I weren't around, who else would take charge of the company instead?
What? Are you retiring?
Of course not. It's just that it'd feel like our route in Shuhang will be lost forever. And having to start again from scratch. Would you be willing to do that with me again?
Yes.
Hey! Was that hesitation I heard, Monto?
It's too early to discuss these kinds of things.
Or is it? You're right. Once Manjung succeeds and everything's back to normal. Oh, and the photon rail. You'll have to intervene personally on that.
We have to find whatever it is that Meng Zheng needs first.
Oh, that thingy. Have you really got no better ideas for stabilizing the astral engine?
No.
Come on, you must have. I know you well enough. If there really were no surefire way, you'd hardly be sitting out here taking a break, would you?
There really isn't.
Okay. I was only asking. But, you know, at this point, there's no need to be shy. Oh, whoa! Hot! Curiosity killed the cat. That's true. My heart's racing. I can't eat anymore. Shall we swap back? This afternoon, I'm going to pay a visit to some old friends of Tianlu traders. After all, I'm hardly going to see them once they leave. Let's part our ways here, then.
There you are.
It seems only a few people want to leave.
Leaving Xuheng is no small matter. I guess people are hesitating. Sometimes you think you're sure about something, but when it comes to the crunch, you might feel differently. Hunnam, he's...
Is there a problem? Yes, we're set to depart in 6 hours.
Hey, it's Captain Hunnam.
Do we know each other?
That's not important. I just wanted to stop and thank you. The high-end clothing business has been pretty tough in Xuheng these past few years. This train has come at just the right time. Just some gift cards, you see.
Leave. Idiot.
Looks like Korg's plan is not bad, huh?
There's always someone who profits from changes.